On July 17, 2013, Brittny Adams was abandoned in Topeka by two girls who took her car. Brittny and her friend Jonathan Rush went to Eden's home while searching for the girls who abandoned her in Topeka and took off with her car. Brittny and Rush were looking for girls associated with 29-year-old Jeremy Edens who were staying at Edens' residency temporarily. Jeremy Edens and his father Gary Edens engaged in a struggle with Jonathan Rush, 29, of Wichita, after Rush drove Adams to the Edens home in search of her missing car. An altercation began shortly after Rush and Adams approached Edens' door. While the Edens struggled to gain control over Rush's handgun, a gunshot was heard and 51-year-old Gary Edens fell to the ground. Rush later told investigators it wasn't his gun that fired. It was Brittny who shot Gary Edens in the back of the head after a brief struggle just outside the front door of his apartment. A neighbor who performed CPR on Edens said he had been shot in the head. Edens was pronounced dead at Lawrence Memorial Hospital a short time after police responded to the shooting about 6:20 p.m. Wednesday, July 17, 2013. The owner of the residence, James Dunn, said Edens had lived there since January. Two sons, an adult and a child, were at home with Edens when he was killed, Dunn said. Lawrence police officers responded at 6:20 p.m. July 17, 2013, to the 600 block of Michigan on a report of gunshots. When officers arrived, they found Edens suffering from a gunshot wound at his home at 647 Michigan. He later was pronounced dead at Lawrence Memorial Hospital. Brittny and Rush fled the scene in Rush's Pontiac and made their way back to Topeka, where they were stopped by a Shawnee County Sheriff's lieutenant about 20 minutes after the shooting. Rush told detectives that Brittny threw a handgun out of the window while on Interstate 70 on the way to Topeka and that she later threw Rush's handgun out the window shortly before being stopped in Topeka. 20-year-old Brittny Adams pleaded guilty in January 2018 to intentional second-degree murder. She was sentenced to 155 months, nearly 13 years for the second-degree murder charge and 6 months for each of the counts of criminal threat. The sentences will run consecutively for a total of 167 months. 29-year-old Jonathan Rush was sentenced 3 to 40 months in the prison for unlawful possession of a firearm after a felony conviction for his role in the crime. There had not been a murder reported in Lawrence since 2008, a year that saw 4 murder cases in the city.